Hi everyone, welcome to Studio Jake. I, of course, am your host, Jacob Airy. I've got a comic book vlog for you today. Now be sure to like and subscribe to Studio Jake for all kinds of comic book reviews, nerd content, geek stuff, all kinds of crazy things. But be sure to ring that little bell because YouTube has been curating your subscriptions for some reason, so you might want to check that out as well. So, moving right along, today I put this off because I wanted to be sure that everyone got an opportunity to read it before I reviewed it, because there are going to be some major spoilers. S-P-O-I-L-E-R-S. Spoilers. So you've been warned. Let's get started. So we have the big wedding issue. They have Tom King has been teasing this almost since he started writing Batman. And again, I've been defending Tom King. I have a lot of fellow Batman fans who are collecting these, who they have primarily started collecting detective comics because they don't like his writing. I've been defending him. I thought the War of Jokes and Riddles were good. Now, I didn't care for The Gift with Booster Gold. I thought that was kind of a dumb story, and I don't really like his fillers. I like his 3-part miniseries, and I like his arcs. So, however, the conclusion of this particular arc is a little disappointing to me. So we're at issue 50 of Batman from the DC Universe Rebirth. The big wedding issue, the thing that Tom King has been teasing from the get-go. And it starts out with Batman fighting Kite Man for some reason. And then, like, one cool thing about this issue, though, is it has images from several different artists. Batman picks up a judge who's kind of a known drunk throughout town. Selina gets her maid of honor. It's Holly Robinson, of course. And like I said, through this, and they kind of have quotes about Batman and Catwoman's relationship. You see really cool references. This, of course, is early 2000s and late 90s. We've got Frank Miller. This is, I guess you could say, this is when Dennis O'Neil and a couple of the other famous writers of the day were writing. Batman and Catwoman are taking out each. I guess these are the Tweedles. I guess they don't really look like the Tweedles, but they could be. I didn't know the Tweedles were bald. Got this, obviously reference to Batman Noel and Joker Dark Knight. We got this from kind of the early 2010s, Catwoman's look. This also influenced her look in The Batman. Got some advertisements. So, they're getting ready for the wedding, and like I said, all through this, you see different artist renderings of their relationship. Got a terrible drawing of Tim Drake on this Teen Titans preview. Catwoman in her wedding dress, which I think is quite beautiful. Continue on. Got a little bit more artistry. Got the kind of the vintage look right there. They see each other before their wedding, which is always a bad omen. To me, this is supposed to be a happy moment. They're approaching each other, seeing how they're dressed. Before the wedding, it's called it's kind of a modern thing now. It's called a reveal. It's supposed to ease the tension. I think they're pretty cool. I like them. So, have this kind of Joseph Loeb look here, or Joe Loeb, whatever his name is. I don't know who this guy is, but I remember when this guy's art was really popular. I am not a fan. So they're kind of talking, Batman with Alfred, Catwoman with Holly. They're all talking back and forth. Flashbacks to famous moments in their history. Selina's on her way. Bruce is on her way. They've been, like I said, they've been building this up since basically Tom King took over, which is really early with the DC Rebirth. This is actually early on when they go to rescue Holly from Talia al Ghul. Then what happens? Selina walks away. Told you there was going to be spoilers, and they show us the scene when he proposed, and she said yes later, and then they finish with a couple of these other shots. It goes to, and for some reason there's a guy there dressed as Thomas Wayne. I don't understand that, as Thomas Wayne Batman, but so I have to say I am very disappointed in this. they've been teasing this, and then the letdown, and then they have this big letdown. Like, I get if they had said, if Catwoman had said, hey, I want to wait, because the reason they give is because she doesn't want to become a hero. She's afraid she'll drag Bruce down because he's a hero, and that's why she says, that's why she doesn't go to the wedding. But I'm disappointed in this. I really am. They did this whole thing where they kind of reconciled her to the Joker in Batman Best Man, which was a 3-part series right before this, and it just kind of, I have to admit, I'm kind of seeing some holes in Tom King's writing style. I've been waiting for this moment, and like I said, I wouldn't have been so disappointed if she had said, let's wait, let's figure it out. We kind of rushed into this thing. That I get, but just for her not to show up at all, that, to me, I know Catwoman is supposed to be kind of a gray, amoral character, but to me this was actually out of character for her, especially since Tom King went out of his way to show that she's Batman's one true love, and I just don't think that it would have ended like this. That's just my personal opinion. Of course, you can disagree with me in the comment section below. I don't think it was fitting in for the story. Apparently, they explain her reason in Catwoman #1. Not going to read it. Don't really care about her reason. So, that's my opinion on it. That's my review. I'm going to review a lot more Batman stuff later on. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at RealJacobAiry. Instagram is real.jacob.airy. Facebook is author Jacob Airy, where you can just find it's basically a collage of all my stuff. You got my political writings, my nerd posts, and my YouTube videos. Everything's pretty much there. Find my blog, jacobairy.blog. It's a weekly blog where I write about different stuff. Sometimes I do more than once a week, but pretty much it's a weekly blog. Check that out and subscribe there. And be sure to follow me here. Click subscribe. Let me know again what you think of my review in the comments section below, whether you agree, disagree. Tell me why you disagree, because I have people say, well, I disagree. And then they give like some vague reason. Tell me why you disagree with me. That way we can have a debate. But of course I'm guilty of that as well, especially if I think the person's argument isn't worth having. Sometimes I'll be a little vague in my responses. That's just something I do. But anyway, so that's my review of Batman the Wedding. I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.